Welcome, Scorpio, to Miss Amazing Tarot. Hope all of you are doing well, vibing high, being amazing as you are. Let's see what the vibe is for Friday, November the 14th, 2025. If you're celebrating your birthday on the 14th, Scorpio, happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful and prosperous day. So let's see, angels, universe, Queen of Wands, and Justice fell out. Balancing numbers. And someone whoever this is losing sleep over you, they see how the universe is balancing the scales in your favor. That Mars energy. I said something. I'm recording this on the 13th. So I said something like it was something going on the 12th and the 13th. That whole Northern Lights thing. The crazy thing about it is I was up Thursday early in the morning. And then it was like, take a nap. Like, took a nap, woke up. And I was wondering, like, man, I am up. Like, I'm gonna be up. Like, I'm wondering what, and we just happened to be scrolling and fumbled right into that's what's going on tonight, the 13th. And surprisingly, I am up. So, universe, angels, because normally I would be asleep by this time. Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, what's going on for Friday? What's the vibe? Yeah, the stars. There's a lot of things going on in the cosmos. Mm. Pouring into yourself, grounding, healing. Star, why is the star the overall energy for Scorpio for Friday, November the 14th, 2025? This is Aquarius energy here. Three of Cups falling out here. Celebration. Could be with your tribe. It's a joyous time. Three of Swords. This energy was healing. Yeah, yeah. You be celebrating. You may be in the celebratory energy, um, but it's also connected to healing. There could have been some emotional heartbreak, some emotional pain, some grief that may have kept you stuck. Hmm. I'm the example I'm going to use because I understand this as far as is this particular season time. Let me keep going. What else you got for Scorpio? There could have been something that was holding you stuck from being happy, joyous, in this celebratory energy. There could have been some heartbreak that kept you stuck. Um, Realizing this in myself a couple of days ago. Um, my husband asked me, he was like, "So, what do you want to do for your birthday?" And I could say I probably came up with a million excuses because me celebrating my birthday was never a big deal. that's how I grew up. It wasn't a big deal. And then there was always something, the reason why it wasn't celebrated. It was like, it was always something bad happened. And in 2019, something happened that just completely like, I'm not celebrating my birthday things. It was just like, and then it was brought to my attention, like his reaction was kind of like, why are you like that? And then I sat on and I started doing some thinking, and it was brought to my it was like I never celebrated my birthday, or never made it I never made it a big deal, or I grew up where it wasn't made a big deal, so I didn't make it a big deal. It was like a normal day to me. But then being blessed with someone who made it a big deal, who wasn't like how I grew up, or people that I was around that didn't celebrate. And it was just like, in that season, in that time, it kept me stuck because it wasn't a big deal. No, you're around family, friends, things like that. It's not a big deal. More so, you receive heartbreak or grief or pain or something like that. And when I say it was always fucking something, it was always something. So I can understand that, where it was kind of killing your joy. Three of Pentacles. You see the 333 here? Teamwork make the dream work. Eight of Swords. Being mentally conflicted. Um, Victim mentality. Like, I ain't gonna celebrate it because shit, something always happen. I had that same mindset. I had that High Priestess. And I actually, explained that. I said something to him about that. I say, you know what? I realized something. I can appreciate the fact that, you know what, you do. Hmm. Anyway, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and Temperance. So let's see what's going on here. Especially when my son asked me, "Mom, you got any plans for your birthday?" And it was just like I couldn't answer the question because I didn't give it much thought. Like, I never. We're all a work in process. The Hangman. Why is the Hangman here for Scorpio? Ace of Cups. Realizing the heartbreak was keeping you stuck from receiving love, a new beginning in love, emotional clarity. Hierophants. Angels, ancestors is trying to talk to you, get you to follow their guidance. It's something about threes here. You got the Empress. You got 333. Angels and ancestors trying to get you up out of this energy. Nine of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, gratitude. It could have been something that was, yeah, like I said, something that was keeping you stuck, keeping you closed off to an offer, a new opportunity in love, emotional fulfillment. Your angels and your ancestors is handing it right to you. A new offer that's going to lead to you being in this Empress energy. What does that say? Hmm. The High Priestess. I'm hearing there could have been your tribe, friends, family, your community that may have caused emotional pain, heartbreak that may have kept you stuck. Working with like-minded individuals to help you see how mentally restricted and bound you were keeping yourself, or however this was keeping you, it was keeping you stuck, keeping your clouds in my coffee, clouds in my, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. It was something cloudy. It was keeping you mentally stuck. You weren't seeing clearly. You were bound, encased in swords. Your thoughts were keeping you, was wreaking havoc, not allowing you to follow your intuition. Could have had you going back and forth, teeter tottering on where to put your focus, your hard work. It could have had you going back and forth on which path to choose, Could have kept you, it could have slowed you up. Let me put it that way. Could have slowed up your focus and your progression towards um keeping things balanced. You have the temperance here with the two of cups, and then you have the two of pentacles, the going back and forth, the ebbs and flows, the emotional, what's her name, the singer, emotional roller coaster, the back and forth. So there could have been some healing. I don't know if you just heard my iPad go off. Where is it? It's somewhere. All right, High Priestess. Hierophant. Yeah, whatever these thoughts were, this mental conflict, whatever was keeping you mentally bound, yeah, your ancestors is really, you got the Hierophant clarifying the High Priestess. Your ancestors were trying to guide you out of whatever this is. And then a high fucking priestess come out with the Hierophant. They were screaming at you. Clarifying the high priestess, we have the Hierophant, and you can't see that. We have the Hierophant and the high priestess. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Home is where the heart is. Ace of Swords. I mean, King of Swords. Yeah, like I said, there was something that could have been said that helped you cut through whatever this these illusions were, this confusion, this mental conflict. Generational. Generational. So whatever this could have been, this was a generational thing. Hmm. To keep you stuck. Queen of Pentacles sitting there on your throne. Hmm. Eight of Cups, King of Cups. Let's just say, let's continue to use the birthday thing for an example. Let's just say you are an individual who it's just a normal day. If it falls on a weekday, you just work or whatever. You focus on your abundance, but more so now when it comes to the healing and um the healing aspect of it, you're walking away, you're letting that part go for personal growth and being more emotional, mature, more compassionate towards yourself. Mm. Three of Pentacles, teamwork, working together. How can I collaborate with others to achieve my goals? So now instead of um what you doing for your birthday? Oh, well, you may say I'm not doing anything or I'm just gonna go to work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you would say to just kind of downplay it. Now it's like, well, I want to go, well, I want to go out, you coming. Or you want to come, you want to do something for your birthday. Like, you know what? Let's go such and such. Let's grab dinner. Just more being more open to it. Collaborating with others to achieve your goals. And that goal could be if you ain't celebrate your birthday before, now moving forward, you know what? Yeah. I may have grew up and it may have not been celebrated or, something always bad happened. But now instead of not planning anything because you're just waiting for the bad to come, no, let's change that. I'm going to celebrate whether the good, bad, or ugly show up. The party must go on, right? Yeah, this energy could have kept you going back and forth when it came to moving forward. Temperance. Why is the temperance here? Temperance universe. Michael Jackson, off the wall. You got to leave that 9 to 5 up on the shelf and just enjoy yourself. Look at that, the star. Life not it's not that bad at all when you live it off the wall. Temperance. Look, it came out. It came out. The star. Hope, inspiration, faith, healing, serenity. That hope that guides you, that hope of light that guides us through the darkness. Yeah, there was something on it was something. It was a fear. There was something that was trying to keep you bound. Look at the bearded potbelly. Look at him. It was trying to keep you bound. Bondage. It was trying to win at all costs, boy. Look at that Five of Swords. It says with this Five of Swords, what actions am I taking that may be causing harm to myself and others? Shooting down the plans before you even know. Or just knowing that just living in the energy or always, how did Alex say it the other day? She said wearing it as a badge of honor, like, yeah, my birthday is such and such, but it's something always bad happening. Just like I said about the snow, like, yeah, it's like, well, we can have a different perspective. We can change that. You know, the universe brought you someone who it may have not have been a big deal to those you grew up with, who you were raised by, family, friends, things of that nature, but now we're singing a different tune. So should you. Yeah, I be getting real with myself. Mm-hmm. I be getting in my own ass. Because it says, what actions am I taking that may be causing harm to myself or others, even if they appear successful in the moment? Because you know what? Looking at this, after reading that, like I said, I be getting real with myself and I just replay the whole conversation, seeing my own self sabotage. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want to do nothing on your birthday? You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You know what you want for your birthday? Oh, you don't have to give me nothing. Don't worry about it. So you don't want to do nothing. Just already knowing, like, okay, I got this going on. I'm going to have this. This is supposed to. So I already know that I got some things going on, but he like, okay, we don't have to do nothing on your birthday. We can do it the day before or the weekend after. And I just saw the replay of that fear, that because some that's how it was in the past, but that may not be how it is now. But those thoughts, all those times something did happen, keeping me bound, keeping me mentally, you know what I'm saying? Keeping me from my hands are tied. Look at the Eight of Swords. Hands tied, bound, can't see, encased in swords. I'm shit up a creek without a fucking paddle. Basically, right? How can I listen to my intuition when I'm encased in swords? There was something keeping me stuck, keeping me from being joyous in that celebratory energy. Three of Pentacles can be seen as the counseling card, therapists, work like-minded individuals, the tribe, our soul tribe. So that Five of Swords with that devil is that fear that would get you to self-sabotage or, manipulate the energy, downplay it, to keep you from healing, being more balanced. Yeah. To walk away, to turn. Now, if you look at this, if you look at what I'm saying, look at what I'm saying when I look at what I'm saying to get you to look back at him and not focus on what does the the Four of Wands represent? Celebration, the party, the birthday, homecoming, stability. Of course, the bearded potbelly would want that, right? I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Sun card. Joy, success, positivity, healing. All righty. No, we're not going. Are we going to do money and career? We can. All right. Money and career messages for Scorpio for Friday, November the 14th, 2025. Luck. Anything you do now will be prosperous for you. If you believe you're lucky, you'll create an abundant mindset. Your perspective is shifting your growth and stomping on your luck. That's that Eight of Swords. Changing perspective. Mm-hmm. You can see clearly now the rain is gone. Perfection here at the bottom. Give up. Your perfectionism is causing delays in your finances. You're enough and have what it takes to improve your finances. You will never get ahead if you don't overcome your fear of failure. And this could be related to, let's just say, related to work. There could have been something happen in the group dynamic, Um, hmm. Some things that may have happened that kept you mentally stuck. You may try to work with everyone, possibly a group on a group project. Hmm. Whatever this was that happened in the past could have had you going back and forth, not thinking your work is good enough or not receiving the recognition that you deserve. Maybe in an old job, you had a dickhead boss who praised a person for doing the minimal work, but you went above and beyond. And, it didn't end well. Whatever this was that was keeping you stuck, it was fucking up your perspective. It was keeping you stuck. It was stomping on your, it was trying to keep, that's the point. It was trying to keep you stuck. Hmm. The Two of Pentacles. Should I stay or should I go? Should I celebrate? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I do that? That back and forth. Yeah, it was slowing up. It was slowing things, keeping things stagnant. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. So, yeah, it was definitely keeping, it was slowing you up. But the universe saying this luck is on your side. Work smart. Work smart, not hard. Are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally to start with a clean palette. Stick to the basics when it comes to spending and put some money aside. So the universe is saying work smart, not hard. Save up some money. It doesn't have to be hard, you know. Don't make things harder than it needs to be. Get out your head. The past. Something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson on experience and a old skill. You could be earning or receiving money from something you did in the past. So you can have some money coming in from an old project that you did. If you run your own business, you know, you may have sent out, you know, how you send out your invoices. Most companies are what, net 30, net 45. So you could be receiving, you know, payment for some services that you provided, or you could be going back to doing something you used to do in the past. Let's just say to bring in additional income. Let's just say you need to save and put some money to the side. So, you know, you're going back to an old job, or old job could be reaching back out to you saying, hey, you know, we would like, you know, to work with you, bring you on board. Hmm. I'm hearing the way you are. So for perfection, when they saying let all that go, worried about being perfect, the way you are, you're perfect the way you are. Perfectly. I got a T-shirt that say perfectly imperfect. Um, I don't know if you ever watched her Perfectly Imperfect with Green Eyes. You go check her out. I love her. Um, but yeah, Scorpio, that is all I have for you when it comes to the overall energy for Friday, November 14th, 2025. We now know the vibe. If you find that this resonates, Scorpio, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And again, if you are celebrating your birthday, happy birthday, Scorpio. I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous day. Catch you on the next one.